Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, the gentlelady from Montgomery County started her remarks talking about that this bill was just printed this morning. And I'd like to point out that every bill is printed the day after it is amended. It's not as if this was a secret. This bill has been debated for decades, or maybe not this specific version, but this topic has been well documented, and I think the liquor chairman deserves a lot of credit for his due diligence throughout this process. I'd like to point out that some folks had been talking about the 4,000 less people that will be paying into the pension system. The true complement to the LCB is 3,277 people with 226 vacant positions, and that represents about 2% of the total people paying into the pension system. I think this committee and this caucus is very focused on solving our pension crisis another day. I think this is the least of our concerns when we're talking about a $40 billion shortfall, and I don't think we should be looking at less than 2% of the folks paying into the system as a reason to stop liquor privatization and giving the folks what they want. I would also like to comment on the job loss debate here. I think this committee and this caucus has been very focused on promoting private sector job creation, investing in programs so that we don't have job loss at a rapid rate as far as the public sector. But I think it's interesting they're talking about job loss when we're going from 600 establishments to 2,600 establishments, and for some reason there's going to be a job loss. When we're talking the inevitability of increased sales, and I think the LCB testified that the system is inadequate in the sense that there's more sales out there to be had. I think the minority party yesterday, when they supported the modernization bill, admitted that the system is inadequate as it stands and needs changed. I think the best way to do that is the private sector do it in one fell swoop, as the chairman mentioned at the beginning. They don't have to keep coming back for us to get it right. We can give it to them to get it right from the start. One final point I would question for Richie. We keep hearing that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Of these billions of dollars of sales, maybe not revenue, but sales, how much of those billions we're collecting business taxes from that are going into the general fund currently?
Zero.
And under this plan, when the private sector will flourish and grow sales and grow establishments, is it safe to say that all of the current revenue and the increased revenue in the future will grow business taxes that are coming back to the general fund that currently aren't being collected?
Yes, we will see the respective either personal income tax if it's a pass-through entity or the corporate net income tax if it's a C corporation.
Increased sales, increased establishment, and increased tax revenue is a good thing for Pennsylvania, and I think that's why this is long overdue. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.